All right, what we're going to look at today is perimeter and area of sectors of circles. So I need everybody on page 11 of your notes packet. Page 11. Okay, we have already talked about how to find circumference in area, right? We know these formulas. Circumference equals C equals pi times diameter. What's pi? 3.14. And area equals pi times radius squared. Remembering that on a circle, the diameter goes all the way across. The radius just goes halfways across. Okay? I want you to take the next couple minutes and do these two problems. Find the circumference and area of each of those circles. You can use your calculator. If you don't have your calculator, take it out or go borrow one. Round to the nearest 10. Okay, so hopefully you guys are finding that these things aren't really that difficult, right? The circumference is pi times diameter, so 3.14 times 9. And hopefully you got 28.3, rounding to the nearest 10. Agreed? Area is pi times radius squared. What's the radius of that circle? Go ahead. 4.5. So 3.14 times 4.5 squared. 4.5 times 4.5 times 3.14. We get 63.6. Questions there? Are we okay with that? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Is that what you got as answers? Okay. On the second one, circumference again is pi times diameter. What's the diameter of that circle? Diameter. Is 15 the diameter? No, Casey, what's the diameter? What do you think? Or how would I find it? Not by itself, by 2. Yeah, times it by 2. So 3.14 times 30 is 94.2 is the circumference. And then we have to do pi times r squared. 3.14 times the radius is 15, so 15 squared. And you get 706.5. Okay? I hope you're seeing that if we know the formulas, it's just as simple as plugging into the formulas. Now, what we're going to do today is figure out the perimeter or the area of a sector of a circle. So what's a sector? What is that? What do you think that means? What do you think sector is? Yeah. A section, yeah, or a part of the circle. So a sector of a circle is really just a part of the circle. We found parts of things, right? How do we find part of something? If I asked you to find half of a circle, what do? Abby? Divide by 2. So if we want to find part of something, we are really just going to divide. Okay, I want to find part of a circle or a sector of the circle. Okay. Now, with perimeter, so if you look at this next half of the paper there, it says finding the perimeter of a sector of a circle. Okay, the shaded sector below is 2/3 of the circle. What's the perimeter of the shaded sector? Okay, so what does perimeter mean? What does perimeter mean again? Abby? The outside. Okay, so what I really want to find is if I started here and I'm going to walk around the outside of the shaded part. Okay, do I have a formula to find just this? Do we have a formula for that? I don't think so. Do I have a formula to find this? Can I find all the way around the circle? If I want to find all the way around the circle, what do? Go ahead. Yeah. So we're going to start by finding the whole circumference. C equals pi times diameter. Okay. Pi is 3.14. What is the diameter of that circle? Braden? 14. So we're doing 3.14 times 14. And I get 43.96. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Okay. Do I want to go all the way around the circle? Not really, right? I don't want to go the whole way around the circle. What I want to do is go from here to here first. How much of the circle is that? Abby? Okay, so we need to find 2/3. Okay, this is all the way around. This is the whole thing. I want 2/3 of that. So really, what I need to find is 1/3 plus 1/3. How do we find 1/3 of something? How do we find 1/3? How do we find half? What do, Josie? Yeah, in this case, to find 1/3, we're going to divide by 3. So I'm going to take the 43.96 and I'm going to divide it by, divide it by 3. 43.96 0.96 divided by 3, I get 14 point, let's just say 7. Remember, that's only 1/3. I want 2/3, so what do I have to do with this number? Times it by 2. So 14.7 times 2 is 29.4. Okay, so what I've got now is this. From here to here is 29.4. Have I found the perimeter of that sector of the circle? Have I gone all the way around the shaded part? No, I've only gone here, right? So far, I've only done this. I still have to go here and here. Those are easy though. What's this distance? 7. And this is 7. So to find the perimeter, we're going to add that all together. So we need to do 29.4 plus 7 plus 7. What do you get? When you do that, Casey, what'd you get? 43.4. And it was centimeters. So the perimeter of that sector of the circle is 43.4 centimeters. Okay? Kind of makes sense? Okay, flip the page. Let's try another one. Okay, this time we have Carlos is decorating a cake. He outlines 1/4 of the top of the cake with white frosting. What is the perimeter of the section of the cake he outlined in white frosting? Okay, he's not outlining the entire cake, he's only outlining part of it. So let's start here. We need to find all the way around the circle first. So I have laid it out as what you need to find step by step, and I did this on the homework too. So start by finding the whole circumference. How do we find circumference? C equals, shout it out, pi times diameter. So 3.14 times, what's the diameter of that circle? Diameter. Josie, 8. Okay, right here it shows us that 8 is the diameter. So 3.14 times 8. 3.14 times 8 is 25.12. Did he put white frosting all the way around the cake? No. He only outlined this section, which is 1/4. So now I need to find 1/4 of this. How do I find 1/4 of something? To find 1/2, I divide by 2. To find 1/3, I divide by 3. Carly? Divide by 4. So we're going to do 25.12 divided by 4. And you get 6.28. Okay? Remember, that's not the perimeter though. What we just found is this right here. This part is 6.28. He also put frosting here and here. What's the measurement here? And 4. And this is also 4. So to get the perimeter, I need to add all of those things together. 6.28 plus 4 plus 4. So 14.28, or rounding to the nearest tenth, 14.3 inches. How do you feel about that? You okay with that? If we do it step by step, it's not hard, right? You just have to remember each step of the process. Okay, so I want you to try the next one. See what you come up with. For a math activity, I shaded a sector that is 1/3 of a circle. To the nearest tenth, what's the perimeter of the sector? Follow the steps. Find the whole circumference, find the part, and then find the perimeter. Okay, so hopefully you started with the circumference, pi times diameter, right? 3.14 times, what's the diameter? 10. Right, if this is 5, the whole way across is 10. So that's 31.4. How do I find part of that? What part am I trying to find? I'm trying to find, trying to find 1/3 of the circle. So what do I do with 31.4? 31.4 divided by 3. So 31.4 divided by 3, you should get 10.5, rounding to the nearest 10. Remember, that's not the perimeter. Okay, that 10.5 is only right here. This is 10.5. This is 5, and this is 5. So we have to add those all together. 10.5 plus 5 plus 5, 20.5 centimeters would be your answer. Questions there? Feeling okay about that? Okay, we're going to move on to area then. Area is pretty quick. Okay, so to find area of a circle that's shaded, we're really just looking at the shaded part, the inside, right? Area is the inside. We're not going around the outside. So to find the area of this part, that's 1/6 of the circle. I need to start with the whole area. Okay, I need to find the whole circle, and then I can find part of it. How do we find area of a circle? What's the formula for area of a circle? Pi times r squared. So 3.14, what's the radius of this circle? Layla, what's the radius? 10. So 10 squared. 10 squared is 100 times 3.14 is 314. Okay, in this circle, we're trying to find part of it. We want 1/6 of the circle. How do I find 1/6 of something? Divide by 6. So to find the part, I'm just taking 314 divided by 6. and I get 52.3 centimeters squared. Done. I don't have to add anything because I'm not going around the outside. When you find area, I'm just finding the inside part, and that's 1/6 of the circle. So I'm done. So area is pretty easy because you only have to divide. With perimeter, you have to add everything. But with area, you just have to divide. Okay? So let's try one more of those. Whoops. Just need to scroll down. Okay, Mariana and her friends were eating a giant cookie. They were only able to eat part of it. There was 1/4 of the cookie left when they finished eating. What's the area of the part of the cookie they ate? What fraction of the cookie did they eat? If there was 1/4 left, how much did they eat, Isaac? 3/4. So 3/4 of the cookie is eaten. We want to find the area of 3/4. So we're going to start by finding the whole area. Area equals pi times radius squared. 3.14 times, what's the radius of that circle? 6. So 6 squared. 3.14 times 36 is 113.04. How am I going to find 3/4 of that? Because this is the whole. This is the whole area. I don't want the whole area. I want 3/4 of it. So now we need to find 3/4. Any ideas on how we find 3/4 of something? Abby. We can't divide by 0.75. So think about it this way. How many fourths are in 3/4? 3 of them, right? So this is really 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. How do you find 1/4 of something? Divide by 4. So I'm going to start by doing 113.04 divided by 4. Divide by 4, I get 28.26. That's 1/4. I want 3/4, so what do I have to do with that number? If I want 3 of these, I have to multiply it by 3. So divide by 4 times by 3, I get 84.8 inches squared. That's the area of the cookie that they ate. Questions there? Okay, your